The night the warden called him in, Sam Carter was halfway through fixing his daughter's broken bicycle chain. The old house smelled of engine oil and mac and cheese, and the sound of a country song hummed low in the background. Sam had promised Emma they'd go riding in the morning. Her first Saturday without nightmares since her mother's accident. But when the phone rang, his heart sank. In his world, late-night calls from the prison never brought good news. "Carter, we've got a situation," the warden said. "Twin inmates. Death row. They've made a last request. And they asked for you." Sam frowned. He'd been a correctional officer at Red River State Penitentiary for 9 years, seen murderers cry, preachers pray, and killers find Jesus the night before execution, but no one had ever requested him. Not personally. "Names?" he asked. "Jack and Jesse Dalton, the Dalton twins, bikers, the ones from that gas station shootout 2 years ago." Sam froze. He remembered the case. 2 brothers from a motorcycle club accused of gunning down a Texas state trooper during a chase. Their faces had been plastered all over the news, tattooed, rough, and defiant. They'd maintained their innocence, but the evidence was stacked. The jury took only 3 hours to decide. Their execution was scheduled in 48 hours. "What do they want with me?" Sam asked. The warden hesitated. "They say they'll only talk if you're there. Something about a ride." "2." By dawn, Sam was standing outside the maximum security block, the heat already crawling up from the asphalt. Jack and Jesse sat in chains, identical in every way except for the long scar running down Jess's cheek. They looked older than their 35 years, like men who'd already served 10 lifetimes. Jack asked, his voice gravelly, "Yeah, you're the one with the army patch on his uniform. Afghanistan vet." Sam nodded. "Then you get it," Jack said. "We ain't asking for mercy. Just one last ride. One last day outside these walls. We want to feel wind before we die. On our bikes. Together." Sam's stomach turned. "That's not going to happen. You know that. Then maybe you should ask why we need it so bad." Jesse said quietly, "We've got something to show you. Something no one else would believe." Sam tried to shake it off, but their eyes stuck with him all day, the way they looked at each other, communicating without words. He'd seen that look before, in combat between soldiers who die for each other. That night, after Emma fell asleep clutching her stuffed bear, Sam pulled out the twins' case file. The evidence was airtight, or so it seemed. Fingerprints on the gun, motorcycle tire tracks, a dashcam clip of 2 riders fleeing the scene. But something about the report didn't add up. The ballistics were from a different caliber than the weapon recovered. And the time stamps on the footage were off by 15 minutes. He remembered his commanding officer's words back in Kabul. "Sometimes the truth hides in the noise. Listen for what doesn't sound right." The next morning, Sam went back to the warden. "Let me take them," he said. The warden stared like he'd grown 2 heads. "You're talking about 2 convicted killers. You lose them, your ass and mine?" "They won't run," Sam said. "I'll stake my life on it. Your life's one thing, but your little girl, what happens to her when you don't come home?" Sam hesitated. The image of Emma's face flashed in his mind. Something deep in his gut, a soldier's instinct, whispered that the Dalton twins were telling the truth. And if they were innocent, the real killer was still out there. After a long silence, the warden sighed. "You've got 12 hours. You take them out under my authority. You bring them back before midnight, or I'll have every trooper in Texas on your tail." Above noon, the gates opened, and 3 motorcycles rolled out of Red River Penitentiary, 2 black Harley Davidsons and 1 dusty Yamaha that Sam had rebuilt himself. The roar of the engines cut through the Texas heat like thunder. For the first hour, no one spoke. They just rode, wind whipping across their faces, the world stretching wide and empty. Sam hadn't felt that free since the war. Finally, Jack pulled over near an abandoned service station off Route 86. "This is where it happened," he said. They dismounted. Sam scanned the cracked pavement, the bullet holes in the wall, the faded police tape still fluttering. "That's where they said the trooper died," Jesse murmured, pointing. "But he wasn't shot here. We found him dying there, by that ditch. Someone else fired. We tried to help him, but when the cops showed up, they saw 2 bikers and drew their guns." "You're saying you were framed?" Sam asked. "Framed," Jack said bitterly. "Sacrificed. The real shooter wore a patch you'd recognize if you'd been overseas." Sam's blood ran cold. Jack nodded. "Private contractor. Special Forces. Working for a weapons outfit called Helker. The trooper was going to expose their gun-running deals with local gangs, so they needed someone to take the fall." Jesse tossed Sam a flash drive. "Everything's on there. The files, the photos, the dash cam backup. We got it from a buddy before he disappeared. You get that to the right people, you'll see who killed that man. But before Sam could respond, a convoy of prison vehicles appeared on the horizon, sirens wailing. Sam muttered. The warden had betrayed him. Run, Jack shouted. Get that drive to someone who can use it. I'm not leaving you, Sam yelled. But it was too late. The twins stood side by side, raising their hands as troopers surrounded them. Sam tried to explain, but no one listened. Within minutes, he was handcuffed too, accused of aiding their escape. In the weeks that followed, the Dalton twins were executed, despite their final pleas. Sam lost his badge, his pension, and nearly his freedom, but he didn't stop fighting. He sent the flash drive to an old Army buddy who worked in Washington. 3 months later, national news broke the story. A weapons contractor accused of planting evidence in multiple criminal cases. The Dalton twins' conviction was officially overturned. Posthumously, the courtroom fell silent as the footage played, grainy but clear, showing another man firing the fatal shot. The same man later seen shaking hands with state officials. Sam sat in the back, his jaw tight. Emma squeezed his hand. Daddy, she whispered, you did the right thing. He nodded slowly. Yeah, baby. Sometimes the right thing costs more than you think. That night, Sam returned to the same stretch of road where they'd ridden together. The wind howled through the empty fields. He parked his bike, took out 2 silver dog tags, engraved with the Dalton brothers' names, and buried them beneath a lone mesquite tree. Ride free, boys, he said softly. As he turned back toward the horizon, the first rays of dawn spilled across the desert, painting the sky in gold. For the first time in years, Sam felt peace, not because justice had been done, but because truth had finally found its way home. And in that silence, the message rang clear. Sometimes heroes wear prison chains before the world ever sees their halos.